kakhulu idlala ngathi ngeke uthi una 3 months ungaholisa umsebenzi bese umniki 1000 which is ukudlala ngomsebenzi uthi agibele ngani and if ulova bayadonsa kodwa bona mabengakholeki akukho umuntu obadonselayo ngiyabonga
Manda awethu naki
sorry papa unumber mang papa we are on number 6 now we are on number 6 now they were on number 6 is number 6
all right
yeah you are not number 6 and number 5 ngicela umnike 6 kubeka baba
Sadwanani mina uMantsha Chriswell ngisebenza kule company yasamabandla security sigada la indawo zakamasipala bemtela ku EFF ukuthi sineke siyahlupheka kulama company lawa because of baseroba masikhuluma ukuthi singama contractor bavele baqosha awukho la uyakhona mawuthi uyakhuluma bakutshela ukuthi bona abangene indaba ze-EFF ama-ANC so asazi siye kuphi sicela ukuthi nisincede basibizela amaloya ngibuye emsebenzini ngikatwa umuntu angimazi and la ngisebenzela khona ku-dangerous yena anginikwa isibhamu sinika yena lo muntu ukuthi azogada mina so abasekho bahambile ngiyabonga
Number 7, give the mic to Papa Mopi.
Amandla awethu yeah kipitshamaila ke bereka Department of Community Safety how to I'm working as a traffic officer. Good. What I would like to tell the EFF is that we don't have a government anymore. Right now, as I speak, no government. In the Department of Community Safety, a person without a metric certificate can be a director in a government department. I've been accused of too many things, fighting for those things. Right now, as I speak, as traffic officers, traffic. They've never advertised those posts. I don't know when last have I seen Department of Community Safety advertising those posts. But every year, there's an intake. Who would see, sir? The director, the MEC. That department led by Ngosi Maloban. And then the head of department is Ayanda Magas. I've been accused of saying those things for no. How can people validate even the director or deputy director or acting director without those qualifications? Then after that, sometimes I go, Keromela investigator. Or bareke harasije mosadi ka sexually ke mutsa fela di putsiso or then una director wa usna metric hani go bareka ga wa mo investigator ya no you've been there's some allegations or no you have harassed Mrs. Mamang sexually, so I don't understand what not. And then the very same department, remember the department, traffic officers were moved from Department of Transport to Community Safety, which is not where they belong. Those people that belongs to the Department of Transport. Right. Been there at the office, no one manager, what station? I tell them my intern. I told my intern I won't post with you. Advertise a guy name. That is then the community of Mabopani together with the EFF for those people. They've been now removed there. The manager is no longer even reporting at the station right now. So you guys you're going to inherit a rotten government. Accident. Remember, the government of the ANC now, train as an examiner of a driver's license or examiner of a motor vehicle. But in terms of the Traffic Act, you have to be employed as a traffic officer before to become an examiner of a driver's license or motor vehicle.
Thank you, Papa.
Magna Hendrik Musala, Villa Tretville, odd number 71, the security onamo under city officer. Rena revealing Machika away 5, Reachana House, Richard Memorandum. Very few Watana House, Richard Memorandum, Meara Agile, Villa Golena, Golena Tolora, Official One to discuss of a council meeting. Wow, now very so 4,000 security guards. Manifesto EFF, security cleaners. You know what the master got a CIC one, a while ago, more than I just saw the advertisement and posted Louis Sosa. Yes, one and a more that's what's in Tagamara. Advertising posted what one Java one of America. And I will see it, and I will never sort of my soul of an again, not lower. Kita thoma ka go dumedisha tafola ya gare ya national le tafola ya rena ya region o a elomo ke Pet Maroka o elego chairperson ya the United States Military Veterans and the leader ya the individual groups yewe be logo ko department ya DNV yewe fale jogo ta department ya ba ka sere di kwaile ile ka re jubusha bohloko ba khale ba le ba o bolela ko thatha mola le mola anyane ka be ile hore go ne mo batla ba taburile je di sa mathomo a re thoma ka gare ga Department of Military Veterans re bolela ka fraud and corruption. You will ya go le tsogo di bilo ba enjoy. Go tloga ka ara Department of Military Veterans re theolela ka ara province ka ara community safety. Re be re butse le wona ana mo ngwa ngwanu ka di 11 tsa August last year a wone selo se ba wile o go rena ka ara ka ditshepisho tsa bona re gopela jwalo ka the economic freedom fighters and the military veterans of Swaraneng ka matsogo re lwele the economy and land reform ya go rena jwale ka re le badudi ba this country re tabia gape ra re ka ara tshwane region re ba file mawalo a go bontsha fraud and corruption tšeo di paletse go play and ra ba rana ka le lengwe ka go mogala yo ba ro MMC wa safety le yana is very useless re ba file mawalo ka di 24 tsa October again 2016 the Department of Military Veterans le yona re go tsaba rona how they cooperate with military veterans and the society and how they integrate the military veterans in the society. Ka date ya di 12 tša July 2016 re bile le meeting mo la Senimaka mo re boditse gore ba kgone go tšea bana ba bo West ra boa ra kwetša information ya go isa batho mmereko ba o le gore ba sakanetse di force number tše dingwe ke tša ba bangwe di a šomišiwa tše dingwe di no creatiwa out of the moon re di file sone mosimang re di file kisomuti ra bolelong re kukeli bitare ene le bana ka mashole ka rena re a se ba tshabe rena sia bagena so re go kana le bana ka mashole gore sa se o bana ka the military veterans ibile bana ka the community people ka rega tshwane re jene re phantele re aya and then from the corruption re go itsa ka milu ba rata ba sarati a re swara le ka diata re je mmuso o to national re jene re go ntsha corruption ka milu ke a lebo.
Everybody said that the Malakoko legal Ratala EFF, Wabong Moki Hendrik Makari from 132 Harabua. Kivaraka Mosket and Sajaj Mokari, Kivaraka Company Alvin Security. More than the Matata Molongore victimization again in Zira Halamole, Matata the payment, Baba Manali 3 years massacre bonus. Motabu Soran 2 years old, Gravan for 80 Lakaya this month. Maloma le problem na ho patetso go Hendrik because one ba bona la thata tshela tata tse ka 21 ba bara ba tata ba bona starting from Kausa marano problem ke ho victimization event ki ile ka kra phone call ba ne wena motlaga gore o mo bana sa EFF ka mara Josh Mokari kere a hona mola o khanela tsa gore ke ska mo bana sa ibile EFF a hona le moyo ba EFF mara ba se bitse biso ba ka ba ne o mo moteng ngwana mo le na so baba victimization furugule santi kila ka 14 sita more jigisa kolo earphone na baba mama ta pele ba ka male bona aba tshware di phone ke bona go rona le bushugo ba le tseba kra di kholo ba tswa mo motla re mela speed track ka re mo ila ka la poya ka ra ke Josh Mokari ka jo ke tshwara taxi ka straight picture wese ka tsama le kholi ka se se go ia fa ke ko ba ba thusa provident fund ya security a kize ba ka bua la 20k ta provident fund Vembasa is Papa Chelta Prudent Fund 2060. Marba continue every year, every month. Ranarabana maybe investment one Samai Chelta Zaro. Habakuamu to Bamu Fafele lower and Home Didantala or Kubo 4.5. And one of them no more to the community Ulan disabled Alemon Miracle. How long to most metal and Savare. Half a road, Agra compensation. Koyaka Prudent Fund. And it's also compensated disability at 30,000, high grade, which will 1.2. Because of what are on a level. Once I say, oh, one, and then they will not know to go on the my lower, the Ragas over. So you go back to EFF, I have a leadership. I give you to Hokaba possible Sira. It's called privatized government because Ravana Tatarama security. Hanamaka problem out there, Yabis is Irish answer security. But probably what the most of the industry one and give our certificate about photo Bolela, our ideas so learn to give another level. So, Kekopa leadership EFF Tawar Nava Josh Mokari represent and the security of the spent and the Maravarka patient, but you follow some more. Or Saramu to our trainer to the level of Saramu. Come out of patient. How will IED, our compensation, offenders are either Tawaka with a offender Ukubiwa. So, Copa to some other because Protein Family Babu Sachala de Arena, and the other time we saw Tawana Lapel live on Lama, Reyaga Felecam Colomor, I will remember Sachala Quality in Santa our fair go, Tawana Lapel on Sayana, Calvin.
Before you sit down, what is the name of the Provident Fund?
I'm not sure about Provident Fund. Market security, more hopefully library and guardian of Johannesburg.
Alright, that's fine. Thank you. Alright. So, Sizotata is Zanda Ezokina net. No, that was number 10. Oh yes, sorry, you were number 10. which means I counted wrong. Thank you. Can you please run with the microphone, not stroll?
Thank you. Good morning, Chief. I thank you for this forum, first of all. There's never been something like this for all people in the security sector. And my experience with government is that when they shake your hand, you must check if you got all your fingers. That's how bad it is with regards to why I'm standing here today. I'm like a homeless person coming out of the Defence Force and being dismissed through constructive...
Sorry, please tell us your name and surname.
Dismissal, I'm coming to that.
Okay.
So me, as Colonel Lawrence, retired, but actually through constructive dismissal. I'm standing here, and for the last 7 years I'm battling to get this issue sorted out. And then I was invited by Mbile to come and express that. Now, Chief, I'm primarily here for the restoration of my dignity and the dignity of the African people, as it was well expressed in 1994 with the political freedom. That's the first thing. The second thing, when you get into power, Chief, remember, soldiers were never trained to retire, nor any policeman or traffic. So it's a very dangerous thought of the present government of this day to think that we are retired. They must be careful. I'm not propagating war, but our hands have been trained to war. And we can topple this country into chaos and into anarchy in one damn night. And furthermore, we don't remember soldiers, policemen, they don't have a lights out plan. We don't switch off the light. We soldier on, we move on. And with that, when you get into power, Chief, please address the Letso Kobo, if I'm saying it right. Do what is uncommon. When you do the uncommon, what do? You shift the picture and you shift the ground. And that is what you are doing. In Parliament we can see it. You shift the picture and the ground. And people feel that. And it's time we increase and gain momentum. That gentleman over there who spoke about representativity in the Defence Force, he couldn't have said it better. But I'm going to emphasize that fact. And ma'am, allow me 4 minutes, please.
No, everyone had 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes.
The unjust appointments in the Defence Force, Chief, when you're there, please. The unfair management of the regular, reserves, and the vets. Please address that. The management of the man days of the reserves. Do you know that one General's Reserve Force day can pay about 10 Reserve Force soldiers down at the bottom? But they get what we call in the army, continuous. Those members get non-continuous. He's called up for 2 days of the week, which ends up eventually in 10 days. But that general who has taken a package and all that money, he gets continuous. It means he's paid for Saturday and Sunday, public holidays, etc., etc. They don't need it. Then the third point, Chief, no more Reserve Force Chief of the SANDF. Our Chief now, presently, is a Reserve Force member. He must get out, like yesterday already. I'm fired. Then, in conclusion, the education, training and development in the Defence Force. I've done every course that you can do in the Defence Force. I'm highly qualified. I've reached my plateau. I'm a General Command Staff Colonel. And 11 years I served as a colored man. And when I asked him, why are you promoting that Mzungu? He said, you're getting salary, ne? You're getting a pay. I said, no, I didn't come with a pay problem. I came with a career problem. So could you kindly, and then I was told, you are excused by the chief, present chief SANDF. And then for 5 years I was non-staffed. Any man going into a military unit, being a commander for 17 years, you walk into a unit, they take roll call of you, and you must wander like a homeless child in the unit, not having a post. They forced me. It was constructive dismissal. And then I had to take a package. I'm a career officer, as I'm standing here, competent and highly qualified, but I was forced to leave. And my white colleagues, they became second in command of this defense force. The present second in command of the SA Army is my junior. And the previous guy was my junior as well. But because he's white, and the ANC government is toy-toying, and they are in bed with an enemy. So I close. Please do not repeat this, Chief. There's a saying that says in Latin, it says, Salis populi, suprema est lex. What does it say in Tswana? Tswa rentle ya bato, kema lao overholo.
Thank you.
Please, ripe apples fall.
Thank you.
And it's time.
We've given you more
The
time.
ripe
than
apples have
anyone
fallen.
else. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. So sizothatha izandla zokugcina nithi ngala sizothatha 5. Ngale sizothatha 5. But ngicela abantu besifazane abangafunanga ukukhuluma ngicela nikhulumeni. And then please don't repeat issues that were mentioned before and limit yourself to 2 minutes. Mummy in the peach shirt, you'll be number 1. The blue shirt, Mummy here, number 2. You'll be number 3. You with the beret? Yes. The guy with the check hat, number 4. And then Mummy will be number 5. I see number 1. Please, let's have some order. Let's have Mummy there with the first one, Nala. Wait, number 1. With the white shirt will be number 2. The other Mummy with the glasses here will be number 3. Wait, number 3. Mummy with the braids here, number 4. And then Papa. When at the back, you'll be number 5. At the back. No, not you. Papa there. Not you. The other guy. Okay, number 1, this side. Let's start. Amanda. Amanda. Pambili insourcing pambili. Auwe mbuso wa makuru auwe. Auwe mbuso wa ANC auwe. Leadership, Kipolina Madiba. I'm a security officer going to the Papama from Promote Trade. My concern is that insourcing. If that insourcing is passing, I very time frame or it trauma name, if fella name. It's kind of pass a fella research able to try to tell me what there. Now, if it trauma. Let the Batuba know, let them be prioritized. Give one by instructing about Marshall inside the bus, Utunti Wabatu, Utwadu Wabatu. End of the day, who no benefit a Mutuna Duti. Rehupena Orabe, Aba Ira issue in Sosi. We have our qualifications as security officers. We have our SIRA certificates, we have competence. Pascal was an adult when we were to be in source, trying to be degree. Pascal was down when I said to put to 30, you are over 80. White Carol thinking I live 40 man at the corner of that premise. Age restriction, I went. qualification testing under security aliwe. Ringana time frame, ringana to be prioritized. Rekupela mole gape. Ile formula di area 1, area 2, area 3. Tsotsi a fika ko Mpumalanga wa tshwana le tsotso fitlheleng ko Gauteng. A bona o ka telepota ka mo ka batla ka dithuto. Let us rate the equal rate. Tšhelete re berekelang ke nyane. Re bereka o tshwana le maphodisa re tshwara tsotsi. Why rena tshwanetse re hwetse rate e nyane? We can't even take our kids to the universities because we can't afford. We can't even afford to live in a decent home because our salaries are low. We can't afford to have medical care because we can't afford to take our kids during the month to see the doctors because we can't afford. They are leadership, young security serious. I'm now going next year. I can promise you, give us resources, you will win. Number 2, this side, number 2. Aras Kumbuli, number 3. Give number 3. Can you walk faster with the microphone? Amanda! Why will I make the living parcel from Kalini? Kibaraka security company ever in Maruma Maipa. Maruma Maipa April. Masfala promise uri wona cheleta sa go patela so tulera he re tula ae o buile ka September ka diwala he o wa go na le call agent e bitwang force go refilwe under ANC leader ya bona ke AP so Malema ipa ya to from ko office ya tena ko force e o ya hira full salary na re Reteri Shwena Aisha ko RD Barbato is solver. We are still waiting. So when I get this stuff in your arrivederci. Just because of Rubuji Rai. So as Kikubela EFF for Irtus. Kuna little forum dia for me wa kaman kekam but kupati picture agent. Para rapata la dicela kama shupa pata la 500 rand. Kama ina kwa ubiti basa unyaji. I would say, go miracle. Number 4.
Viva EFF, viva! Viva EFF, viva! EFF, viva! First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to both the national leadership, provincial, as well as Irichi, and Nani fighters underground. Ikamalami, we would like George Caesar. I'm from Bronx Bridge, Region 7, 102. I'm a security guard. Mina, Nkulmela Jehova, Sazibonyana, Umaspala Wetwane. Upe 28 mara uzo 28 uhelejwe yithi EFF ukuze iphathe and then but bebasebenzise insosi esingayaziwa ukubonana izanini sikhabani ngolosibali and then into enza ukuyisho ukubonana bengibawa i-leadership ye-EFF njengoba ilana namhlanje ngiyathokoza ngalokho siyababonana mase ifika i-insourcing leyo eThwane besibabonana njengoba sazi ukuthi kunabantu dala ababele ku-security babanye banabo more than 16 years njengoba umama ashile khona lapha kwethu ukuthi more than 16 years ayi-security besibabonana uMr Mabatani nayo khona la kithi ukhulumile bonyana bahlangane ne-LEC i-LEC ishilo bonyana bathi bazo-advertise ama-post besibaba babonana baba-advertise ama-post first preference ama-security la asebenzako already asemasayidini njengoba abanye abazali lakithi babhadalela abantwana babo enkolweni and futhi i-age restriction ingabereki and enye into
Papa, sorry, you are repeating what the other person said. I ask all of you with great respect, singaphindi. Mangabe unento ye manifesto ufuna ukuyeda ngicela uyisho, otherwise say number 5.
Okay, enye into engizama ukuyeda ukuthi njengoba thina sima security sibhadala imali esira like inyanga nenyanga basiponsela imali and before bonyana i-EFF ne-EFF bonyana njengoba le mali abayidonsa kube na at least i-funeral cover lapho kube nemali ethile bonyana abazali bethu sithole bonyana bakhona ukufundisa abantwana babo enkolweni. Siyayibhadala itiketi expire after one year 6 months. Khipha imali mara thina like abasebenzi as benefit. Ngiyabonga.
Number 5. No, number 5 Mama la was come. Number 5 Mama.
Amanda. Viva Kopelan ke bona ntate Malema ke lebogela go mmona face to face ke tlhole ke mmona mo TV. So rena ka re se kopela re sa lera ra raise issue ya rena ha re fitla re bile first people ba raise issue ya rena gore re market because SAPS ka 2012 ba rile bona ha ba sa batla private security e gata di buildings tsa bona ba tla igatela whereas ba advertise ba tsaya rena re le ma reservist from the police station gore re tle re ka ba mo di buildings tsa SAPS ba re fa uniform ke a ke itse uniform ya SAPS ela mengwa ba tla na di uniform shi national key point unarmed arena le danger allowance re gatile national key point. I remember the last time I was watching Parliament News ba butsisitse General Seteleka security private security le tengo building ya haya o dinaile but this is the uniform. We are there, we are working. Re gatile di general ke ga ka go head office ko thoko ha office ya General Seteleka ke mo gatile unarmed mo reception ka this uniform whereas ona le ma police. So rather than investigate this uniform, le kana tsana le yona. Re go ba investigate this uniform. They deny, but this is the uniform. This is evidence. How can you provide it? Well, what is this? Because we know how much we are qualified to be police officers. We want to police training. We want to firearm training. But no one can tell what wants to office in your eye. That's it. Nothing to work at one. National people. No one has another crocodile. Barbara firearm. You can tell evidence on heavy. Come on, sitting at General Secretary. How about the number? So investigate the uniform mara payslip ya rena ile ya SAPS re ba go itse hira hala because le rena re ba tsa dile na le bana and then ka se bere ke ka ka mothatso re student na ke sa tswa school so re go bona thuso ya lena and we promise gore re rona re na security how can le go itse ya re ba bana we are more than mobilized. We don't see how to ESS will take over 2019. How we can that's a promise.
Thank you. Okay. Raka siyawa kumbula number wait on it. Number 1. No, it's not you, Mami. You were not number 1. So you don't remember your numbers. Mami, you are not number 1 either. You're going to cause confusion and then get upset with us. Was she number 1? Okay, it's fine.
Kisusan Chevejani Ali Dimedisha Mo from Rongo Sprayty. Kina Omwe wa Bulina. So, Kiranal problem in Nalgatona, Rina Morberka Lamona. Kibereka Mo Security Amashan Naitiko, Rongo Sprayty. Ki rate ka area ki bahile ka grade C mara ki rate ka grade babang patela ka grade D so chelete bamphangala inyani 3.5 3.4 ba ki basic salary ya gape re na le problem re na le 3 years re berekela kwa so tšhelete ya provident fund e na le 2 years ba gobile for 3 years mara ke na le 3 years ke berekela gona for 2 years ba e gobile 1 re motšiša manager wa rena gore kante why wena o re gogela for 2 years o re botša gore ena kwa morago na se gona o clarify ya 2 years gape re na le problem a re na di-guard room ke transnet ba re thielela dikhiši re robala ka re ga di-toilet a re kgone selo toilet e nnyane sorry ka mo re dulang ka gona ka mo ka guard room ya rena
Okay, Emanyani ma. Please, can sizomuzwa kanjani manje bangumsini?
Bedroom ya rena ke toilet so re gopela go EFF o re le kwa
order this side. There's ill discipline kamo. Please, sinimamela ngithi mamelana omunye umuntu. Ceda mama usele nge-30 seconds.
Re gopela go lena EFF gore le tsene ka kwa Transnet le re bolelele le bona ba kgone go re bulela dikhiši dulileng ka mo bona e pula dina tane gore re dule ka di-toilet ke a leboga.
Mami, before you sit down, which Transnet? Who know the Transnet setting up?
Ya ko promo spray.
Transnet what? Engineering what? Okay, it's fine, thanks. Number 2. Mami.
Amanda.
Wait.
Amanda. Ke nna Julia Mokobane. Ke bereka security sa Tshwane. Ke khopela o leboga leadership ya rena ya Tshwane ka gore invite mo meeting o. Ke bana ba ilong re tlo kgona go ntsha dikhalo tsa rona. Ke leboge hape le EFF ka mpo ke utlwellang dikhalo tsa rena. Ha ona party ke le ya irantho ya go tshwana le yona ya bontsha gore khale re vouta ba re tshepisa di-insourcing ro le tseya mara le ka tšebo se be ba re tseye mara ke sure next year EFF ke seng kore o tloela ditaba tse ntši ke insourcing khale re bereka security and then khopela gore he ba tlo thomo tseya dilo tse kae tse di dumelang go diposong tsa batho ba re katisitseng tsona bona ba re nyatsang ba re patalang di-peanuts mafela kgwedi re khopela gore be le differente a ke na mantši khopela insourcing.
Viva EFF, viva! Mina ni Kubukani Prince Lord Maleke, Mchangano Uma, Akampambo, Kamalamle Lipo. I came here like everybody else to look for greener pastures, but what I've encountered up to breathtaking, and it's like, how can I get proof of residence while I'm fired from work, and then where I was renting, I'm kicked out, I'm on the start. When you go to complain, they will immediately send the email to the meaning about. So for that, I clap hands for EFF. Michael, that is unroadworthy, and then I was charged, and then I separated with them. I went to that is fidelity because I was having experience. They took me there. As a supervisor, couldn't allow that it was shut down. So those guys, they planned me and then they bugged me with a truck. So they complained. It was just that I get a certificate to go back to work. I was in here, want to do a second chance. They want to do it live for me. So I park from there in June. I get to ESCOM. To ESCOM, I didn't get that much. I got an extra.
Please, why are we making a noise? Can we have order, please? Papa, I'm giving you 45 seconds to wrap up. Ne?
Okay. So what happened there? Monitor day that that property was broken into and was stolen. I want to get them. Which way will do I have to go, because lawyers are expensive, and even the EFF, I don't know which one to approach. But
number 4 or 5.
Viva the fast level step. You know you would step. You know dia dira like EFF. So for nna letšatši la lehono ke le legolo gampe go nna company ke bereka go ke still tech ke na le 10 years ke bereka. So hospital fund ya rona e ko NBC ge e founela impotša ke register ka 2012 and ke thoma register ka 2012 register le NBC company matšatši a ke di-people ba ba berekang that company ke tukinya go tsela nna ke ile bulela batho ba ke berekang le bona oa bona batho ba bantsho ba ba berekang company ena ba le go 1000 bona ba ile bona ba dirileng ene di-cleaners le ma-security ko di-profit funding tša lena le na le di-funeral cover ntho be o sa itse gore la o tlhokofetse that profital fund e swantše go boloke nna ke tlo e funda out ko NBC and then bona le batho ba tlhokofetseng ke utlwile bohloko bona le batho ba tlhokofetseng ga ba hwetša selo bana ba bona ga ba hwetša selo so tla ke gore emelele batho ka di-issue tša di-profital fund. Thank you.
Number 5.
Amanda, why am I working with Sonny? From Moscow, I get him to so, if I'm going to learn about that, I must agree. It is a Kavira. Kavira, you put out with this question. We're not a PR councillor, says that EFF. Kamara City of Swan. Mergo to like if you ever to like Matabile, Kamanchi, Batan Tivan, who are sure. Marat the phone, I go in Mergo PR councillors. Kasama Tom, Everton Gamara Chamber Gamu, by no open a DA. Abaranza DA. And then Sunday as a security, Marshal Gam. Masper of China also target DA, which are EFF. Because of EFF, I said Yamona. I am a customer side. I don't know Masper of China. Around Sito Sanito, where I was a Kamara administration, I want them to read the sheet.